So many of y'all out there are so committed to disliking me and only wanting to view me through the lens of being some messy punk.
When Tamar Braxton announced she was dropping new music featuring someone she called her friend, Mendeecees Harris, eyebrows were already raised, but what happened next would expose a web of lies, betrayal, and calculated publicity stunts that has the internet questioning everything they thought they knew about the R&B star. Because according to her former friend Funky Dineva, this whole dramatic saga was nothing more than an elaborate fake designed to boost album sales, and he's ready to spill every single detail. The drama kicked off when Tamar posted on social media, claiming she had almost died from mysterious injuries. She described waking up in a pool of blood with a fractured nose and missing teeth, painting a picture of someone who had barely survived a terrifying ordeal. The posts were emotional, raw, and designed to make fans believe she was fighting for her life in a hospital bed. But here's where things get suspicious. While Tamar was supposedly too injured to even speak properly, she somehow found the strength and energy to film and release a professional music video teaser for her upcoming EP. That timing didn't sit right with a lot of people, especially when they noticed Funky Dineva appearing in the promotional material. What made everything worse was Tamar's complete silence when accusations started flying toward Funky Dineva. Social media erupted with theories that he had somehow hurt her or was involved in whatever happened that night. People were calling him everything from a fake friend to something much more sinister. And Tamar said absolutely nothing to defend him. While she was posting professional music content and promotional materials, her supposed friend was getting dragged through the mud by thousands of angry fans who thought he had harmed her. That's when Funky decided he'd had enough of being thrown under the bus. In a now-deleted YouTube livestream that had over 7,000 viewers, Funky Dineva dropped bombshell after bombshell about what really happened that night.
At first, it was cute. It was just a few little comments. Then all of a sudden, it started growing legs. The entire chat said, Tamar, tell us what happened to Tamar. Tell us what you did to Tamar. You know what we want to talk about. He want to talk about everything except Tamar.
He revealed that after leaving V12, he went home alone and learned about Tamar's supposed injuries through social media like everyone else. He claimed that when he reached out asking her to clear up the rumors destroying his reputation, she gave him the runaround, claiming to be confused and hospitalized. But the most explosive allegation was his hint that the entire accident was staged for publicity and that he had proof of how calculated and fake the whole situation really was. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper when you look at the Mendeecees situation. Reports claim that not only was he with Tamar that night at V12, but they've been spotted together multiple times since then, getting very intimate at places like Regis Hotel Bar. A source who witnessed their recent meetup described them as cuddling the rest of the night after Mendeecees arrived and cleared out whoever Tamar had been sitting with. According to this eyewitness, Tamar is apparently a regular at this particular spot and tends to get quite intoxicated during her visits, which raises questions about her judgment and decision-making during these alleged encounters. This isn't just about a one-night encounter. There's allegedly an ongoing affair that Tamar is using to generate buzz for her music career. The timing is particularly calculated because Love and Hip Hop fans are already invested in the Yandy and Mendeecees relationship storyline, making any affair rumors instant clickbait. Sources suggest that Tamar deliberately chose someone with an existing fan base and a high-profile marriage specifically because the controversy would guarantee maximum attention for her project. And if that's true, it means Yandy Smith is also collateral damage in Tamar's publicity machine, watching her marriage become tabloid fodder for someone else's album promotion while trying to maintain her own family stability. When the backlash became too intense to ignore, Tamar finally addressed the situation through Instagram stories. But her response only raised more questions. She insisted she didn't fake her accident, and even got her dentist to confirm she had dental fractures from sleepwalking. However, she never explained how sleepwalking could cause the extensive injuries she initially claimed, including the alleged broken nose and the dramatic blood loss she described in her original posts. The medical explanation seemed conveniently limited to only the injuries that could be easily verified, while the more dramatic claims were quietly dropped from the narrative. More suspicious was why she was able to film professional content while supposedly bedridden and unable to speak. The quality and production value of her EP teaser suggested significant time, energy, and coordination. Not exactly what you'd expect from someone recovering from trauma severe enough to leave them unconscious in a pool of blood. Industry insiders have pointed out that the timing of her posts the professional quality of her content, and the strategic silence during the peak controversy period all point to careful media management rather than genuine medical crisis. Her statement about wanting peace rang hollow when she had allowed her friend to be destroyed online for days without saying a word. The real tragedy in this situation is how it exposes Tamar's priorities when crisis hits. Funky Dineva, someone who had been genuinely supportive of her career and personal brand, became expendable the moment protecting him might interfere with her publicity strategy. The man had been promoting her music, defending her in online spaces, and even appeared in her project as a favor, only to watch his reputation get destroyed while she stayed strategically silent. When forced to choose between clearing her friend's name and maintaining the mysterious, dramatic narrative that was driving engagement for her new music, she chose her career every single time. What makes this betrayal even more painful is that Funky had specific receipts about their interactions that night and afterward. He mentioned having inside knowledge about why the EP promo dropped early and hinted at having evidence that could expose the entire situation as manufactured drama. His restraint in not releasing this information, even while being publicly dragged, shows a loyalty that Tamar clearly didn't reciprocate. Even after they supposedly made peace publicly, the damage was done. Everyone could see that Tamar's loyalty has a price, and it's measured in album sales and social media buzz. This entire controversy reveals a disturbing pattern in how some celebrities manufacture drama for profit. Every element of this situation was perfectly timed to maximize attention for Tamar's EP release. The mysterious accident created sympathy and intrigue, the involvement of a married man added scandal, and the friendship betrayal gave it emotional stakes. Meanwhile, real people's reputations and relationships were being sacrificed on the altar of her career ambitions. Recent reports show Tamar has now called off her EP release amid the ongoing PR stunt allegations, suggesting the backlash finally became too costly to ignore. The questions that remain are more troubling than the answers we've gotten. If Tamar was willing to destroy a friendship and potentially wreck someone's marriage for album promotion, what else has been manufactured for public consumption? How many of her previous controversies and dramatic moments were calculated moves rather than genuine experiences? And most importantly, in an industry where authenticity is supposed to matter, what does it say about an artist when their own friends can't trust whether their pain is real or performed? As this story continues to unfold, one thing is crystal clear: Tamar Braxton's relationship with the truth is complicated, and everyone around her has learned they're just potential characters in whatever narrative serves her career best. The pattern suggests that genuine moments of vulnerability are rare, and even her most personal struggles might be filtered through the lens of how they can benefit her brand. Friends, family members, and romantic interests all seem to exist primarily as props in her carefully constructed public persona. Recent developments suggest the backlash may finally be catching up with her calculated approach to publicity. Industry connections report that several planned collaborations have been quietly canceled, and streaming numbers for her new project haven't met expectations despite all the controversy-driven attention. It appears that while manufactured drama can generate clicks and comments, it doesn't necessarily translate to sustainable commercial success or genuine fan loyalty. The real accident in all of this wasn't whatever happened that night at her house. It was the car wreck she made of every genuine relationship in her life by treating friendship like a business transaction and loyalty like a luxury she couldn't afford. And as more people in her circle start speaking out about similar experiences, the question becomes whether Tamar can rebuild the trust she systematically destroyed, or if her career will become another cautionary tale about the cost of choosing fame over authenticity.